That's right, man.
I got it for you.
Come.
This is history straight out of the Bible, man. This is the book of Galatians 2:1-3. It says, "Then 14 years after I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas." Now who is this speaking? This is Paul speaking. "And took Titus with me also." And that's the same Titus that you read about, the book of Titus. All right, which Paul wrote to Titus. "And I went up by revelation and communicated unto them that gospel which I preached among the Gentiles." Who is the them? Well, where did he go? He went to Jerusalem. So obviously he went to what? The Jews. And it says he communicated unto them the same gospel, meaning the same truth, which he preached among the Gentiles. Who are those Gentiles?
The Israelite
foreigners.
And can I throw something in there, Elder Gabar?
Yeah.
Those Jews, like I said in the scripture Ramla read, it said some of the circumcision going off. Like Elder Tahad said, Nate was up. That it was talking about. Hey, even Peter and James and them guys, they were going off, man. Meaning they was in the truth. They were in the truth at the time. They were the followers of Yahweh Shah. They were going off. They were getting simple, man. They were going off. So that you bring it to the reincarnation, Nate, you were supposed to be of the circumcision, Yahasha, and all the rest of them demons that was in that council, man. You guys were so-called brothers that's supposed to be spiritual men in the truth of the circumcision. Because Joe Schmo in the corner ain't up the circumcision. The spiritual circumcision, man.
That's right.
Or Bro Polite ain't up the circumcision.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep. Reading on, it says, "But privately to them which were of reputation, least by any means which were of reputation," meaning the elders of the congregation that was back there in Jerusalem. And that would have to be the apostles, the same ones that actually walked with Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
Peter,
John
is an example, John, James, they were of reputation. "Least by any means I should have run or had run in vain. But neither," here's the point, "but neither Titus, who was with me," so when Paul went to Jerusalem, he had Titus accompanying him. All right? "But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek." Now what the hell does that mean?
You know what? Go look up that word, go to the blue letter and look up the word Greek.
So that means the book of Titus was written by a white man, right?
That's right.
They don't go deep. See, Nate, you're not on our level, man.
That's right.
Stop acting like you're on our level, man. If you was on our level, you would be going into the Greek and the Hebrew. All right?
That's right. Bro.
When you said Elder Tahar, he's well, nigga, and I know, Nate, you're going to lie and say you didn't say it. You said this to me in the train station, man. You guys might be way up here, and I might be way down here.
Of course he's not going to admit to that.
Yeah.
He would never admit to something like that, man.
The young brother Zakar was with me. I wish we would have.
Okay, well you know what? You got a witness, brother.
Witness, yeah.
Does he have a witness to say that he,
No, he was by himself.
Yeah, the word there for Greek is Helen. That's the word there for the Greek.
Yeah, there's a difference between the word Greek and Grecian. The word Greek is Helen, and the word Grecian, when you go back to the original language, is Hellenistas.
That's right.
When you go to the Old Testament and you come across the word Greek, the word there is Yawan.
Mm-hmm. The actual word Greek, yeah.
So the word Greek, Helen, means the Israelite that has no clue as to who he is. He don't know that he's an Israelite
whatsoever.
However, on the other hand, you have Hellenistas,
right? Like
in the example of Acts, the 6th chapter, where it says the widows, the Grecians' widows, for the administration. The word there was the Grecians, which when you go back to the original Greek, the word there is Hellenistas, and that means Israelites who know that they're Israelites, but speak the Greek language and practice some of the customs. Because you had Israelites that lived among the Greeks that knew that they were Israelites. When you go back to Pentecost, the account of Pentecost in Acts the 2nd chapter, when they said there were Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. Was one of the nations Grecians, did they mention? I don't know if they mentioned, but I know the Grecians went there.
Cretes, I think Cretes.
Oh, in Titus?
No, in Acts.
Acts.
Cretes, Arabians, we do have.
Greeks was there, Arabians was in there.
Right.
I don't know if Grecians was in there,
I know it says strangers of Rome.
Yeah, strangers
Well,
of Rome.
all the Greeks.
which were Israelites.
Elam,
Well, anyway, when you go to
Yeah, I got it for you.
okay, go ahead and read it.
Acts 2, beginning at 8, it says, "And how had we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born, Parthians and Medes and Elamites, and dwellers of Mesopotamia and in Judea and Cappadocia, in Pontus and Asia,
yeah, Cappadocia, Pontus, Asia, those were where the
Greek,
Greeks.
that's Greece.
Those are the Greeks, yeah.
Phrygia,
Same
Yep,
place.
yep.
Pamphylia, in Egypt, and in parts
Oh, Egypt.
there is in Egypt, and in parts of Libya, about
Oh, you got Libyans that are actually Israelites. You got Syrians that are actually Israelites. You know, the people being killed over there in the Middle Eastern countries, a lot of them are Israelites, man.
When he was on Gaddafi, he's talking about Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, we don't know if he's a Jake. Might be, might not be. You
Might
know?
not be, yeah.
And as much as Israelite men have to like to have sex, you're going to tell me that every last Israelite that was scattered in those areas left that
Yeah, they
area?
all just left.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. If I'm in some area somewhere in the world and there's some good-looking women and they easy to get to, they're gonna get hit, man. All right, they're gonna get hit, brother. Hey, man. Hey, down in Vietnam, how many Judites, Benjamites,
Yep.
Ephraimites, Gadites, and Reubenites is down there, man.
That's right.
Right.
That's
And then you had the French troops that were down there popping the women too.
That's right.
And them French, a lot of them French were Israelites,
That's
man.
right. You can't
So we don't know who we all over the place, man.
That's right. Israel's everywhere.
That's why the Most High said in the scriptures in Hosea, the stars of the heaven that cannot be numbered and the sands of the sea. We're the biggest nation on the planet, man.
And Elder Don, also too, let's go further back from Vietnam, World War II. The black Native American
World War I, World War II.
World War I, it was all up in Europe over there, popping them Italian women, popping them German women. Let's go back to when Christopher Columbus.
Well, look at Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
That's all he was into was Edomite women.
Woman. Yep. Let's go back to when Christopher Columbus first discovered the Caribbean, and they enslaved a lot of the.
I believe the number was 500, if I'm not mistaken, that they brought among the inhabitants of the New World.
Yep.
Well, what do you think they were doing? They were popping them Spaniard women, man.
They took them back to Spain.
Yeah, and then around the late 1800s, 1890, around there was a big storm down in Puerto Rico that destroyed all the crops. And around 1900, 1901, they shipped a lot of those Ephraimites over to the like Hawaiian Islands over there to work in the fields. So that's where a lot of them.
Right, a lot of Hawaiians have Latino names.
Yep.
So a lot of them have Latino names.
A lot of them are Israelites. Now I used to watch that show, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and that cracker dog, which I don't know if he's.
Well, don't tell me. But he might be. He might be. That's a strong might. That's a strong might.
But I'm talking about.
Because his son look and act like a Gadite.
Yeah, like a Gadite.
They put him on a reservation. He'll fit right in, man.
I know for a fact. But a lot of the people that he was chasing, he be chasing them Hawaiians, and a lot of them, they acted just like he was going to the so-called ghettos over there. They acted like Gadites or niggas. You know what I'm saying? When he was chasing them and shit, going up in the so-called hood where they acted, the people that he would mostly chase, the Hawaiians, the women acted like Gadites, like he thought they was Gadites, man. They acted just like Gadites or like Jake. They had that swagger about them.
Yeah.
I looked at my thing, 555.
Look at that power. Israel was scattered, man. Like Elder Gabar said, in that council, in the house of David, that wicked council, that, look, man, a lot of you guys, he said that to y'all in your face. A lot of you guys think, brother, everybody, Israel gonna come in here looking like Shaft, man. And he really believed that. But these guys really believe that shit, man.
Yeah. They
really believe it.
Yeah, and it's true today, man. You know? So, I'll just finish my point on Galatians. Back in Galatians 2 and 3, it says, "But neither Titus was with me, being a Greek," and the word is Helen, which means that's an Israelite that had no idea that he was an Israelite.